I think guns should be allowed on college campuses because law-abiding citizens could prevent criminals or people who want to use their guns for bad intentions. They could shoot them or prevent them from happening. I think things like Columbine or any other shootings could have been prevented if someone else there had a gun and knew how to use it and could have stopped the entire situation from happening. If everyone could carry a gun on campus, I think less people would try and bring guns to campus to try and use them dangerously because they know that they are risking getting shot as well because other people would be carrying guns. And honestly, if someone's going to bring a gun to campus, any way to use it for harm, they're not going to care if it's legal or illegal. And at least if it's legal, someone can be there to stop whatever the other person's going to do. The Second Amendment says we have the right to bear arms. If we start losing that right, I don't know, and only the police have guns, we really have no control of what can happen.
When you're in a situation and you have to use the gun, would that situation turn out better or actually worse? You don't know. And by taking out that gun, you could trigger many different aspects to come in. You could have even more people die. Maybe the person that had the gun didn't want to shoot in the first place. So that's definitely a good point. And when you have the gun and you actually have it, could you use it? You're in a situation when there's someone that is allowed to have a weapon, someone that's not. The police will come in and not know who the person is that they should be arresting, and in fact they may shoot the person that actually is the one that's trying to protect themselves. With more guns around, there is going to be more likelihood that people are going to have violence, and you're going to be taking someone else's life to protect yourself. And I believe that the quote, "An eye for an eye," makes the whole world go blind.
The faculty at all three universities, as well as the student body and many others concerned with the universities, have been very stressed about this whole thing since the legislature came up with the bill. It was clear to us that it was not well thought out, that it's not wise to have guns in a place like a university or a school, and it was going to have very, very serious ramifications for this institution and the others. We know that many faculty were thinking of leaving or retiring early or simply refusing to meet with students, either in a class or even in office hours, because many of us, myself included, are, to be honest with you, fearful. I'm a scientist and I believe in evidence and data and not in beliefs. And the fact is that there is not a scintilla of evidence from anywhere in the world to support the idea that guns make people safer or guns save lives. All the data that you can find in the published literature are exactly the opposite conclusion. That is, the more guns there are in any setting, the more people die or are seriously hurt by guns, both accidentally and deliberately. I've had students in my office scream at me because I wouldn't give them an A they hadn't earned. And they were claiming I was going to ruin their life by blocking their access to medical school or something. I can't give a student a grade that isn't proper. It isn't fair to the other students. And in the cases that I'm thinking of, I would have been very fearful and not honest with those students if I thought there was any chance they were carrying a gun, because these students were out of control. I should also add that when I was a professor at another university, I didn't know personally, a faculty colleague who was shot and killed by a disgruntled student. So this is a little bit personal to me,